There were days that I definitely felt like I didn't want to wake up. There were days that I didn't want to be alive anymore. What's good with y'all, man? This is gonna be a little different kind of video too. I'll be saying that a lot, bro. But I just wanted to take my time and talk to y'all about bullying, bro. Like it's a conversation that I hold very deeply as somebody who was bullied in the past. So without further ado, man, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. Bullying sucks, man. And as somebody who is a past survivor of bullying, if that's the terminology that we're gonna use, I'll say as somebody who has been bullied when I was growing up, it sucks. There were days that I definitely felt like I didn't want to wake up. There were days that I didn't want to be alive anymore. And it's not something that a child or anybody should be feeling at that matter. There's different kind of bullying, and bullying can take place in a lot of different forms, but we're not going to talk about all the ways that bullying can take place, and that's not the kind of video this is going to be. Even though bullying takes many different forms, the effects are generally still the same. Like, the feeling of social isolation, the anger, the self-doubt, the lack of self-respect and self-esteem that it gives you, it's all the same, man. I was bullied for a very, very long time, up until I think maybe the ninth grade. Yeah, I think around ninth grade. I was a weird kid. I was a weird kid. I was not weird. I was an awkward kid. Let me say that. I had strict parents, but I got bad grades. So make that make sense. I guess something they were doing wasn't really working. I was an awkward kid. I got pretty bad grades in school. And I'll tell you now, man, like the feeling of isolation, the feeling of maybe you're not good enough, the feeling of you don't even want to speak in class because you don't want attention being drawn to you. That's real, bro. Like that's a very real feeling that a lot of people go through, man. And that they might not necessarily have the is it mental fortitude? Is mental fortitude the word that I'm trying to figure out, bro? But yeah, man, you feel really alone. You get excluded from stuff. In my case, nobody was whooping on me, but I'm pretty sure, like in a lot of people's cases, people were whooping on them. But regardless, it's still a very vulnerable feeling that you feel, man. And long term, that can lead to a lot of psychological damage. It can lead to people not being able to stick up for themselves in abusive relationships. It might make them, suffer in jobs in areas they don't need to suffer in because they're too scared to speak up. These things have very, very long-term damage, man. And if we don't speak up about them, then there are a lot of people who can't speak up for themselves who are going to suffer long-term because of it. So, how do you deal with bullying, right? How do you deal with bullying as a kid, as an adult, as whatever you are? I'll just say like this, bro. How I fix bullying for me: martial arts. Like it's the craziest thing in the world, being able to impose your will on somebody, being able to walk into any room knowing that realistically speaking you're going to be fine, being able to walk into any establishment and not worry about what's going to happen. You can walk through your school hallways knowing that if anybody tries you or picked on you, you can say whatever you wanted to say to them without the fear of being beaten up coming back at you. And as an adult, bullying takes place in differently. If you're getting bullied as an adult, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure, I'm sure that it's still hard for you. It's definitely still hard, but I feel like the same rules apply. Doing martial arts gives you a certain confidence, right? It gives you a certain calm about yourself. You're not worried about what a lot of other people say because you've been doing things so much harder than what any hater can say to you, right? A lot of the people who bully you are only trying to drag you down to their level. Nobody of value is ever going to put anybody down. By value, I don't mean money, I don't mean like materialistic. Nobody of characteristic value will ever put anybody down, right? That's just not something anybody does, you know. So if people are bullying you, you have to understand, if you're doing martial arts, you're probably doing something way out of their league, right? That's already going to give you that mental check immediately. And then two, if they tried to do anything to you, you're literally training to beat the ever-living crap out of them. You know, some people say that it helps to have a, you know, good support system of people around you whenever you're going through hard situations like that. But I'm coming from a point of view where I didn't have a support system like that around me when I was in that situation. So a lot of the time, bro, that's really what it boils down to, bro. Like, you're really just going to have to, you're really gonna have to nut up, bro. Get in the gym, literally. Like, and people think that I be gassing it up too much, bro. Like, I promise you, if you train martial arts, nobody is going to be capable of bullying you. There is no possible way for anyone to bully you if you train martial arts. And you know, all martial arts are not made even, bro. They're not made equal. Did I say even? Fuck it. All martial arts aren't made equal, bro. So when choosing a martial arts, obviously you're gonna have to go for one that's actually effective, and this is also not that kind of video. But you know, just do effective martial arts. I promise you, bro, you'll be straight. You'll be so straight, bro. Like when you get in the gym, when you put in work with some killers, bro. When you go in there, you roll with some real high class people. You roll with some good jiu-jitsu guys, man. You strike with some good kickboxers and boxers, bro. You realize a lot of the stuff those bullies gotta say about you, bro. Like, why would I listen to you? What? Why would I listen to you, bro? Why would I, like, of all the people that I would want to be like, why would it be yo bum ass, bro? Like, make that make sense, bro. And I know it's cliche, bro. Like, I know, my guy, I know. It's cliche. Oh, train martial arts, bro. Train martial arts. They can't bully you. Bro, I promise you, if you train martial arts, they're going to make fun of you even more. But here's the thing. They're not going to be able to do anything about it. You know they can't do anything about it. And they know they can't do anything about it. They know they can't touch you. Best believe, even till this day, bro. Till this day. As a grown man, I'll still have some people, I ain't saying it's bullying, bro. I'm saying, like, I'll still have some people who will see that I do martial arts and they'll be like, oh, so you think you can beat me? Yes. It'd be the easiest thing in the world, actually. Like, bro, I actually wouldn't even break a sweat the whole time, bro. But like, that's how it be, bro. They'll get psyched out because they're the insecure ones, and that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, these bullies, bro, they be mad insecure, bro. If you're in high school and below, it gets better, man. It gets a whole lot better. So just hang in there. But yeah, man, all in all, bro, for the victims of bullying, man, you are not alone. For the people who are doing the bullying, just stop, man. Like on everything, bro, you do not need to crush other people and make them feel small for you to feel powerful, bro. You might have a lot of stuff going on in your personal life, but people are going through shit, bro. People are going through hell, and it's kind of a messed up thing to make somebody already feel worthless in this very difficult world. Just have some humanity, bro, and just pay some good actions forward. You wouldn't want to be treated like that either. And for the bystanders of bullying, the people who see it happen and have the opportunity to do something about it, but don't do anything about it. You're just as bad as the actual bullies, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, gang. You was trying to curb responsibility, bro, but you ended up being caught, bro. You ended up being guilty, bro. Like what? Like, bro, just say it's not funny, bro. Just say, hey, stop. That's not cool. That's all it takes. It just takes one person to do it, bro. It just takes one person to break the silence, bro. And then everybody's gonna start. You feel me? Hey, don't bully, bro. It's messed up. Subscribe. Bumski.